This little form is running on my own PC inside a tool called n8n. I type any website's address, hit submit, and there's the verdict. The site is up, and it answered in just over a second. 4 nodes, no code, no cloud account. By the end of this video, you'll have built it too. n8n is a free, open-source automation tool. You connect apps and services by dragging nodes on a canvas, and these days, it runs full AI agents too. Now, maybe you've seen n8n installed with a quick npm command. Here's the thing, that door is closing. n8n announced that version 3.0 drops npm installs entirely. Docker becomes the only supported way to run it on your own machine. So we're doing this the way n8n actually expects. One small text file, about 10 minutes, and it survives every future update. Here's the plan. First, we write that file and get n8n running. Second, the one line inside it that decides whether your workflows live or die, plus the 2-command update routine. And third, we build this website checker together, node by node. Let's go. The entire install is one small text file and one command. But first, 10 seconds of checking. Open Docker Desktop. Look at the bottom left corner, next to the little whale, it should say Engine Running. That's Docker's motor, and it's on. If you don't have Docker Desktop yet, pause here. My Docker install video is linked below. Set it up, then come back. Now the folder. Any folder works. I'm using Documents, so it's easy to find again later. Open File Explorer and go to Documents. Right-click, New, Folder, and call it n8n. Everything about this setup lives in here. One folder, easy to back up. Open Notepad. We're writing a Docker Compose file. Think of it as a blueprint. It tells Docker exactly how to run n8n, and once it's written, you never type it again. The first lines name our service, n8n, and point at n8n's official Docker image. That's the whole what to install step. No installer, no setup wizard. Next line, restart always. Small line, nice payoff. Whenever Docker starts, n8n starts with it. Your automations come back on their own after every reboot. Then ports, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's n8n's door number. n8n waits behind that door, and in a minute, we'll open it in the browser. Now the environment section, n8n's settings. Set general_time zone and TZ to your own time zone. Mine's America/New York. When you later schedule a workflow for 7 in the morning, this is what makes it fire at your 7 in the morning. The last 2 settings come straight from n8n's documentation. One keeps n8n's settings file locked down. The other turns on task runners, the newer, safer way n8n runs code. Copy both exactly as you see them. Here's the part people miss, this next line, volumes. n8n_data, map to the folder where n8n keeps everything. Remember this line, it's the difference between keeping your work and losing it, and in a minute, I'll show you exactly what it does. Last 2 lines, we declare that volume at the bottom of the file, done. Now save it. In Notepad, File, Save As. Go to our n8n folder. Change Save As Type to All Files. Name it docker-compose.yml. Make sure it ends in .yml, not .txt. Save. And if you don't feel like typing, the complete file is in the description. Copy it from there. Time to bring it to life. Back in File Explorer, inside the n8n folder, right-click an empty spot and choose Open in Terminal. PowerShell opens, already pointed at our folder. Type docker-compose up-d and press Enter. The -d means detached. It runs in the background, so you don't need to keep this window open. First time only, Docker downloads n8n itself. You'll see the progress bars filling up. Depending on your connection, this takes a minute or 2. And done. It says the container, the sealed box n8n runs in, just started. Open your browser. In the address bar, type localhost:5678 and press Enter. Localhost just means this PC. This is n8n's setup screen. It's asking who owns this copy of n8n. Fill in your email, your name, and a strong password. This account lives on your machine. It's the lock on your own front door, not a cloud signup. Next, n8n asks a couple of quick questions about how you'll use it. Answer them however you like. They don't change your setup. Then this window. Don't close it. It's offering you a free license key. It unlocks a few features that are normally paid. Folders to organize your workflows, advanced debugging, so you can fix a failed run and rerun it, and search and tags for your past runs. Free forever on a self-hosted copy like ours. Your email's already filled in. Click Send me a free license key. And we're in. n8n says, let's build your first automation. In the corner, a message confirms the key is on its way and tells us exactly where it goes, usage and plan. So, check your inbox, copy the key from n8n's email, and come back here. Click the gear icon for settings, then usage and plan. Click Enter Activation Key, paste your key, and hit Activate. There we go. The page now says Registered, right next to Community Edition. That's the paid features unlocked. And there it is, the n8n editor running on your own PC. It's running. But that one volumes line? It's the difference between a setup that survives updates and one that loses everything the first time you touch it. Let me show you what it's actually doing. Most setups stop right here, at the login screen. But the real test of this setup isn't today, it's the day a new n8n version ships. Because updating a container doesn't patch anything, it replaces the whole thing. Here's how that works. That container n8n runs in is disposable by design. When you update, Docker throws the old box away and starts a fresh one. Sounds scary. Until you remember our volume line. Let me show you. Go back to Docker Desktop and click Volumes in the left sidebar. There it is, n8n_n8n_data. Docker put our folder's name in front of the volume name from our file. This is permanent storage that lives outside the container. Every workflow you build, every credential you save, it lands in here, not in the disposable box. One detail worth knowing, n8n encrypts the credentials you save, and the key it uses lives in this volume too. That's why your saved logins survive right along with everything else. So here's the entire update routine. Back in our terminal, type docker-compose pull and press enter. This checks for a newer n8n image. 2 seconds, and there's the green checkmark, pulled. We already have the newest version, so there was nothing to fetch. The day version 3 ships, this is the step that downloads it. Then the second command, docker-compose up-d. Same command as before. Docker compares what's running against what it just pulled. If there's a new box, it swaps it in, and plugs the same volume right back in. There we go. That's the whole routine. 2 commands forever, and the update never touches what you've built. Quick pause. If this just saved you from learning the volume lesson the hard way, hit the like button. It genuinely helps the channel. Now for the best part. Let's make n8n actually do something. 4 nodes, about 3 minutes, and you end up with a tool you'll keep. Switch back to your browser tab, the one with n8n open. On the start screen, click Build a Workflow. We're looking at an empty canvas. Click Add First Step and search for Form. Choose the first result, n8n form. Then, under Triggers, click On New n8n Form Event. This node builds a real web page for us. That's our checker's front door. Set the form title to Website Checker. Under Form Elements, click Add Form Element. Set the label to Website URL and leave the element type on Text Input. That's our entire user interface. Next node, and here's why we need it. Before the checker can say how fast a site answered, it needs to know when it started looking. So, we're building a stopwatch. Click the plus after the trigger and search for Edit Fields. Add it. Now double-click the node's name and rename it to Start Timer. Clean names keep the next steps readable. Add one field. Call it Start, set the type to number. For the value, switch to expression mode. Expressions are tiny formulas n8n calculates for you. Inside double curly braces, type date.now with parentheses. The result preview below shows a long number. That's the current moment in milliseconds. Our stopwatch just started. Before the next node, let's hand n8n its first real answer to work with. Close the node and click Execute Workflow at the bottom. And there it is, our form in its own window marked as the test version. Type https://liteailab.com and hit Submit. The form says the response has been recorded, and n8n keeps that answer around for us to build with. Third node, HTTP request. This is the one that actually contacts the website. Look at the input panel on the left. Click On Form Submission to expand it, and there's the address we just typed in our website URL field. Drag that field straight into the URL box. n8n writes the expression for you. From now on, whatever someone types into the form is what gets checked. 2 settings before we move on. Scroll down to Options and add Response. Turn on Include Response Headers and Status. The status code is the number a website sends back to say how the request went. That's our verdict. But here's where it gets tricky. By default, if the website is down, this node just fails. The person using your form would get an error page instead of an answer. So flip on Never Error. Now a down site is a result, not a crash. Our checker gets to tell the truth both ways. Last node. Search for form again and choose n8n form, but this time, under Actions, pick Form Ending. This is the results screen. For the completion title, open the expression editor. Here comes the only piece of logic in the whole video. If the status code is less than 400, show Website is up. Otherwise, Website is down. Read it once. It's just if, then, otherwise. For the completion message, switch to expression mode again. We'll build one readable line. The word status plus the status code. then checked in, then our stopwatch, date.now minus the start value from the start timer node, plus the letters MS. Watch the preview underneath. It already reads status 200, checked in, with the milliseconds counted. That's what visitors will see. Moment of truth. Click Execute Workflow at the bottom of the canvas. Our form pops up again. This time we're testing the whole chain, end to end. Type https://liteailab.com, the full address including the HTTPS part. Hit Submit. Look at that. Website is up, status 200, checked in about a second. Now the other side. Run it again, same address, but add a slash and some nonsense to the end, a page that doesn't exist. Submit. Website is down, status 404. The checker works both ways. One last thing, let's make it permanent. Right now, this only runs while we're testing. Click Publish at the top right. n8n suggests a version name, keep it, and click Publish again. There we go, workflow published, and n8n says our production form URL is now live. So let's grab it. Open the form trigger node and switch the tab at the top from test URL to production URL. That's the permanent address. Open it in a new tab, and the checker works with the editor closed anytime this PC and Docker are running. Your first automation is live, 4 nodes. Now look at this canvas and imagine what 40 can do. And that's it. n8n is running on your own Windows 11 machine, set up the way version 3 will require. Updates are 2 commands, and you never lose what you build. And you've already shipped your first working automation. There's a lot more you can do with n8n than one workflow. If there's something you want to see built, tell me in the comments. I read every one. If you want your machine set up properly for tools like this, subscribe. That's what this channel does. And if you jumped in today without Docker Desktop set up right, fix that first. Watch my Docker video next. It's on your screen now and linked in the description.